episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the unceded land where this conversation takes place, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and emerging. I love getting to check back in with someone I've spoken to a few years on. When I last spoke to Aidan Robinson from Chic de Partie Cake Couturier in 2022, he was figuring out life after Heston's. Now his cakes have found their way to Lady Gaga, Chappell Roan and Yungblud. Yet the operation is still just him, a spreadsheet and beautiful buttercream. We talk about what the in-between years actually look like, 3-day bakes, clients who want childhood memories encapsulated in cake, and why fondant superheroes are a firm no. There's also the unglamorous side, rising food costs, Valentine's Day roulette, and literally doing everything on your own. It's a relaxed catch-up about craft, taste, and the reality behind the polish.
Well, cheers.
Cheers, nice to see you again. I was just looking up when I last spoke to you, and it was almost 4 years to the day. So it was
to the day?
Yeah, it was February the 18th or February the 23rd or something, 2022.
Okay, that's gone quick.
Yeah, it's gone really fast, right? It was such a different world then, and I was thinking about, all the things that we talked about at that time, like your origin story and so on, about becoming a chef. But then Valentine's Day was a pretty cataclysmic time for you as well in 2020. So is this does it feel like a big time for you? Do you have anniversaries of things?
I guess I forget, because Valentine's Day was our last service at Heston's, which was 6 years ago now. So it's crazy how time goes so quickly, but then it makes you realise, oh wow, I've done quite a lot in 6 years.
But you certainly have, and I feel really lucky to get to speak to you again. It's like Aidan Robinson, the sequel. There were already plot twists in the first film, in the first episode, and now so much has happened, I feel like. And congratulations on that really amazing write-up in the Herald Sun. That was
thank you.
Impressive.
I was proud of that. Like 3 pages. I was like, okay, they came quite a long way from the first time that they did it, and it was just a little, just a paragraph and a photo of me. So it was nice of them to feature 3 pages in the magazine too. I had no idea they had a magazine. I'm terrible with stuff like that. Yeah. But amazing. It's really special. Sent like 4 copies off back home. So
I bet.
Mum, Dad, and my grandparents and sister all get one. So
Everyone in the village, everyone around Manchester will be like.
Valentine's Day is it's a funny one for me.
Is it big for cakes?
Big for cakes, yeah. It's just hard though, because obviously all my clients are the women.
Yes.
And it's hard for them to try and like liaise with the partners or whoever would gift them.
Dropping hints for cakes,
Yeah, so it can be either really busy or really quiet. It depends. I don't know, I just have to hustle. I've got to like send me your partner's number and I'll send some hints and da-da-da. And that's kind of how Valentine's Day gets busy for me, I guess.
Yeah. How many cakes are you doing this year
for
Valentine's
this weekend?
Day?
I'm thinking about 22 cakes so far. But I try and offer a few things, because not everyone wants a big cake.
No.
So I got like some cupcakes that are available, and then we can also organise like a bouquet of flowers. So try and give that like full experience. Bottle of champagne, honestly, I'd do whatever they want. So because some people just want everything covered, even a card.
Yeah. And are you still a one-man band?
Still just me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I think the reason behind that is like, obviously I would like to expand one day and get a team and all that, but I think just riding the wave of just being able to just do it myself.
Yeah.
Not having to train people, not having to manage people. Because obviously I did that for Heston's for so long. And it's kind of nice just being my own boss and just doing what I want and saying yes to what I want. Yeah, it's quite freeing, I guess.
Yeah, and I read that there's an article that was maybe in a CBD magazine or something in 2021, and you said a very similar thing, how you can't really imagine going back to restaurants, as formative as they were, because of that autonomy, I guess, that you have. Yeah.
Just used to having a big team, which was great at the time, but now I'm like, just me, the cakes, and just the networking, and
So as you say,
obviously there's points where I'm like, okay, a bit lonely because it is just me, and it would be nice to have a little team, but one day.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm more like slow and steady as opposed to let's grow big and have 2 or 3 locations. Like,
Yeah. So, of those 22, obviously they're not all big cakes, but some of the cakes I've seen online, like the very highly, the large cakes with lots of decoration.
yeah.
How long would one cake take?
Normally, like most cakes, it's like a 3-day process.
Yeah.
So first day is like weighing, baking, and chilling. Second day is like filling and assembling like a crumb coat. And then the day of pickup or delivery, I decorate.
Yeah, right.
So just try and keep it super fresh.
Yeah.
As opposed to like having cakes in the fridge for like a week and yeah. You see on Instagram sometimes all these cakes are like all beautifully decorated and there's like 20 cakes in the fridge.
Yes.
Like that's like
No.
it looks great, but
Yeah.
they're not fresh.
No.
Yeah.
It must be better when it's fresh.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely 3-day process is probably the maximum for me. So.
Yeah. And prior to that, actually weighing
And yeah, obviously prior to that is always chatting and getting the order and sending the invoices and
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot that goes on, I guess, behind the scenes. So
yeah. And how much
notice.
like input do customers give, or do they just give you free reign, or do they say I want a cake that's?
You've got like customer A that would be like give you free reign and trust me, and I guess doesn't have a clue what they want and wants to be guided. Or you have someone that, you know, sends like inspiration photos and flavor requests and maybe like memories of childhood, like, oh, we used to do this as kids, I would like you to, you know, replicate this. So honestly, it just depends on the customer, but normally when they reach out, they get like a cake form, so they get to customize their cake. Yeah, I try and make, none of the cakes are the same, which keeps it fun for me.
Yeah.
Everything's custom, made to order, so
It's amazing.
it's not like I have 20 cakes and you're all buying the same cake. So.
No.
Yeah.
Is there ever an idea where you're like, no, it just won't work?
Not that it won't work, but I try and keep, I guess, obviously I have my aesthetic, like obviously I have the brand, but I'm trying to say like I have an aesthetic for the brand, so try and stick to that, I guess, as much as I can. You know, I might get random requests for like, obviously I do kid-themed cakes, but it has to be like appropriate, I guess. Like, I wouldn't do like a Spider-Man themed cake. Like, I don't really specialize in fondant, so I try and stay away from that, purely because it's just too sweet, and I guess they want that for the look of the cake as opposed to the taste. To try and I normally ended up winning them over and be like, okay, I can do a teddy bear cake or something a bit more custom and like something that they wouldn't have seen before, as opposed to Spider-Man everywhere and Sonic and
Frozen?
Batman. So the Frozen interpretation was like I do the Barbie cakes with the beautiful like dresses.
Yes.
But that's all like hand piped as opposed to fondant or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
they're popular for little birthdays.
That's right.
So I do the Frozen, so Elsa, Barbie, and Cinderella. So they're fun.
Yeah, and that sort of reminds me, did Lady Gaga's cake, did she have a doll in hers?
It was Gaga.
It was Gaga, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I specialise in, well, I say I specialise, they're like my favourite ones to make. I like the letters and numbers.
Okay.
I don't know, it's like edible art. People think it's not cake.
No.
It's like, no, you can actually eat all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose maybe a few decorations like bows that are not edible, but...
Amazing.
So Gaga had all black. Yeah.
So do they come to you? Like, tell me about
Normally tour managers.
Okay.
And I think once one's had one,
Yes.
they've heard about it. Because, well, Chappell Roan's here this weekend doing a cake for her, which I still don't know what I'm doing for her, so open to ideas.
Well, her dress at the Grammys.
I know.
I don't know if that's inspirational or not.
A nipple cake.
Amazing, yes.
Well, it's her birthday when she's in Perth, and they're already asking if I know anyone in Perth. I was like, well, I don't, but obviously doing the cake here, but yeah. But just through their team, through Instagram.
But you've, as you were saying earlier, you've got to hustle. So you have to tell your story on Instagram. You have to, and obviously you're out and about, talking to other people, and word of mouth's amazing, and your product's so good.
It's always just been word of mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who was the other person I saw that I was going to remember the name and now I've forgotten?
It all started, so I did a cake for Danny Minogue's 50th.
Ah.
I think that was in 2022. And that was through Flowers Vazette, who I've been using since I moved here. So that was the contact through that. And then obviously she loved it. She posted the cake and followed me and still in touch and still messages me. Really hoping to do a cake for obviously Kylie one day.
Oh, I know, imagine.
There is talks of her moving back to Melbourne, so we'll see.
You heard it here.
But then I think then Troy Sivan had a birthday cake, and then he's like close friends with Charlie XCX. That's how I got the cake with her. And then, yeah, I think if I know someone's coming that's like, you know, of significance, I'm like, okay, it'd be cool to do a cake for them. Then I'll go on like, okay, who's their photographer, who's their makeup artist, who's their manager, and honestly just send them a DM.
Yeah, amazing.
And yeah, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't.
Do they
sometimes they know that I've already done one, so they're like, oh my god, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's always very last minute.
Yeah.
Like I'll reach out and I'll normally hear back a few days before.
Okay.
Like, okay, we've got it approved. Can you do this? Can you deliver it here? I was like, yes. Just tell me dietaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get nervous doing those kind of jobs?
Not really.
No.
I just treat it as
It's
a regular client.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just more fun for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it gives me a bit more excitement as opposed to doing, you know, obviously all the cakes that I do love, but this is like, oh, you're doing a cake for such and such a person. But yeah, it's more just to give a bit of fun to my week. Like this week, Friday, will be the Chappell Roan one, so yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's fun just creating something that has no brief.
Yes.
I've got to kind of like tailor it to the artist.
Wow.
How about you?
I obviously need more champagne corks in my life.
Yeah, it
You're
just
right.
keeps it fun and exciting, so yeah.
Yeah. And do you get feedback from them?
Yeah, so normally, whoever I've arranged to do the cake with, I will get a text back or a photo, and sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but most of the time they'll be like, oh my god, like, we all loved it, da-di-da, so yeah. I always follow up and like, I hope everyone loved the cake.
Yeah.
I would love to see any photos. Sometimes you get some photos, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
I'd try not like overstep, I guess. But luckily I normally get tickets, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So
Not always invited back to the backstage.
again, I would never like to presume and ask this stuff, because I think if you did, it kind of takes away from that experience that I'm trying to give.
Yeah.
As opposed to like expecting, okay, are we gonna meet her? Can we take photos? I'd rather that just happen organically, I guess. We're still waiting for that. One day.
It is amazing though.
Again, still starting off like with
Yeah.
the whole
Well-
celebrity thing, I guess. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, really, 6 years, 4 years, but it's the world really only emerged in 22, 23 maybe was a bit more normal, and then you know, like really at the start of 26. So you've really from all of that, I still think it's incredible to grow a business. That first 10 years or first 5 years even is always going to be
Especially,
challenging, so-
not from here.
No.
Obviously, only knew the team that I had at Heston's and a bit of family that I have here, my auntie and my cousins. But like, yeah, my network was in London.
Yeah.
So I think coming here as like young age and then finish up at Heston's and realizing, okay, like what am I going to do? And just managed to fall into this world.
It's incredible.
Because I wasn't making cakes at Heston's. Kind of had to
No.
reinvent myself to do all this.
That's-
And the cakes that I made in 2020 are completely different to what I'm doing now.
That was my next question.
So just-
how has your
I think I
process
found my
worked?
style. That's what I was
Yeah.
trying to say before.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I have a style that I need to keep on brand. That's what I
Yes.
was trying to say.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I guess that was an organic process as well as how you arrived at that.
How do you?
How do you arrive at that style?
Yeah, I think it just. I think like anything, when you're doing something completely new to what you're used to, it's just trial and error. Just practice and get inspiration and teach yourself new ways. Like at Heston's was fine dining desserts, like plated desserts.
Yes.
We weren't making wedding cakes.
No.
But obviously I had all that experience of like flavour and technique, which I then put into Chic de Partie, and
Yeah.
it was the style that came later on. Because at the beginning I was like, oh, this is At the time, I thought it looked great, but now I look back, I'm like, oh my god.
Definitely always looked great. But I've seen some Instagram videos with tweezers. So,
Yeah.
and I guess when you've worked in Michelin star restaurants, that tweezers are a must.
Yeah.
But and you're right. They're real artworks, like canvases. Like the particular cake I saw, it did have the macaron, and it had the buttercream, and it had a lot of other things going on. When you're starting to create and having those ideas, do you draw?
I sketch sometimes.
Yeah.
Honestly, mostly
It just comes from
I think I can just sketch it in my head, I guess, and I don't know what the process behind that is, but normally I get a brief, and if I don't, I'll know what I want to do, and then and I guess it just comes from there, really.
Yeah.
I guess it depends what the theme is, and if it's a birthday, wedding, if they want something like completely new and different, or something that's like trending, and honestly.
And are there more popular flavours?
I think people like to play safe sometimes and just do like super classic, which I prefer sometimes. It's like the classic flavours. And then you've got people that want to experiment. And again, it might be a memory. Maybe they've had something years ago and they want to recreate that. And but because everything's custom, I can do whatever they want. So yeah.
And do you keep a record? Are you?
Maybe like a photo record, you mean, or like of
I
orders?
guess.
Because I take orders everywhere, so it's a bit hard to track, like, let's say how many cakes I've made since I started. I actually don't know.
But I feel like it would make a really good book to have the beautiful photo and then like some of the ingredients, or I don't know, like it would be like a coffee table. Beautiful book.
Obviously there's a lot of things that I still want to do, and definitely one day will definitely be a book, but I just don't think I'm at that time yet. But
no, that's right.
No, it would be great. Yeah.
So if you've got, how many cakes in a week, and we've talked about before that it takes about 3 days to do a cake. So are you a spreadsheet person, or do you just hold in your head that I need to do this with this cake and this with this one, and then?
Say that again, sorry.
Do you use spreadsheets, or how are you keeping all of these cakes, like you know where you're up to with each cake?
Like with orders? Oh yeah.
You're just.
I'm pretty organised.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Know, but how do you do that organisation?
Yeah, on like spreadsheets.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so like order dates, what the fillings are, and all that, and then 3 days before I'd be like, okay, so it's always in advance. But people can order through the website, through Instagram. A lot of people have my email, my number. So people just text me what they want sometimes. So it's a lot of different places to navigate, but I kind of like to give people the option. It's supposed to be like, oh, you can't order here. It's like sometimes you miss out. So try and give them free reign of where they can contact me, which I guess not many places do. Again, it's just me, so.
That's right.
I think that's why.
So incredible,
I think people realise it's just me, and like, okay, we really want to support him, and obviously the product sells for itself, but then I guess the customer service behind it, like I do try and go above and beyond and make sure they get everything they want. So obviously I have drivers as well, so I don't drive.
No.
Plus I'm normally stuck in the kitchen,
Yes.
So people can get delivery. So I also try and support local people as well to do that. It's actually a mother that I support at the moment that delivers cakes during the week, not just for me obviously, but she has a little business that does cake delivery as well. Otherwise people just pick up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though, that's great. And
But then I've got clients that want delivery 2 hours away and want it chauffeured there, so I've got that opportunity. I've got that option too.
So it's like an all-day cooking thing, or you get up early, or what do you?
Yeah, it depends. Like, so my normal week is Monday, Tuesday is normally my days off. I guess Wednesday is like an admin / ordering day, and then Thursday, Friday is the prep to the weekend really. Because Friday, Saturday, Sunday are my busy days. I guess that's when people celebrate.
Yeah, it's true.
Most of the time. So. Yeah, obviously I get work during the week as well, which I say yes to, but it just depends on the week, depends on the day.
What are the most challenging aspects of?
And because I don't just do cakes as well, so.
What do you so you do the?
Like I do the macaron, I do the canapés, Portuguese tarts.
Yes.
Honestly, whatever you want, I can do.
Yeah.
Lemon tart,
Yeah.
a big tiramisu, like
Oh, okay. Oh, yes. Well, you could.
Because I do
That's right,
all the events, and a lot of like Collins Street offices will order 200 cannelés for a team meeting or so things like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't know when those orders come, so it can be like, you don't know what the week's going to be. I don't know what my week's like next week.
Okay, that's exciting though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always different, right?
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah.
I love a good cannelé.
Oh, like, yeah, they're stunning. And everyone loves them.
Yeah.
Like, I do the proper, like, copper molds, beeswax, beautiful vanilla. But yeah, I love them too from Bordeaux, so good. And not to toot my own hole, but they're like pretty authentic.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and it's coming from people from Bordeaux, so.
Oh wow, there you
Yeah.
go. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I'll have to order some because I like. There's something about them. I don't have a sweet tooth. You don't have a sweet tooth either, do you?
No.
So that's fascinating. And but I love cannelé because they're not overly sweet. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I like the chewiness. I like the texture.
Yeah,
The
like
texture
crisp
makes it.
outsterior and then like custard filling is like,
Yeah.
and then the rum and the vanilla and yeah.
Yeah. And they've got a good story behind them. Whether or not that's a myth about, sacks of flour falling over in the port,
Yeah.
and the eggs and the whatnot, but
Yeah.
and the rum coming through from.
I know, it is funny how all these stories come around.
Maybe that happened, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I was trying to talk to someone the other day about tarte tatin and how
Okay.
that was a happy mistake where, someone dropped it and it flipped on the floor, and so then they started making it with the pastry on the top.
Right. Oh, they served it from the floor.
Well, they served it from the floor. Yeah. Have
Yeah.
this lovely.
But you can't beat the classics, and that's why I don't like to mess around with the classics as well. Yeah, so you're saying I don't have a sweet tooth. More so, I just wouldn't go out my way to, I guess, order dessert at a restaurant, because 9 times out of 10, just disappointed because it's overly sweet and just mess around with too much. Where if something is just done really well and classic, then okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people just assume I have cake at home to eat. I'm like, not for me. Like, imagine how many cakes I've made. Never mind just doing with Chic de Partie. I mean, I started doing like afternoon tea when I was 15, so it's a lot of sugar.
I don't know. I can't really imagine you doing your whole buttercream thing and then making a little slice for yourself.
Yeah,
Cup of tea.
exactly.
I can
Like,
imagine.
I don't even drink tea, so I'm like,
Hey, you're English. Come
I
on.
know. Yeah, no hot
Yeah.
drinks.
Yeah, no hot drinks. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And if you were able to sit down with your 20-year-old self, what would you tell him?
What did I tell him? Ooh. Definitely proud of him. Like, I didn't even think I'd be in Melbourne, to be honest. So close to going back to London because of the whole, Heston thing and the visa. But glad I stayed and definitely built a nice life and amazing friends and now clients as well. Lots of new clients, which have always been supportive. I think I'm just proud of not giving up, because it was quite easy to just go back, I guess, and continue where I'd left off a few years prior to moving here.
Yeah.
But yeah, to stay here and build something from a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I know.
Well, honestly,
I still think about that.
It was just all so organic and natural. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I couldn't work. Couldn't work because of the visa.
No.
And then finally got onto a bridging visa, and yeah, then all this just started taking off. So yeah, I love cooks.
Congratulations
Thank you.
on coming so far, and how exciting, and plans for the future.
Yeah, obviously have future plans, but honestly just keep doing what I'm doing and keep building the clients and making sure they're returning as well, which is important. Keeping everybody happy and creating new cakes and keeping people entertained. I do need to get onto the whole video in the process and things like this, so I just need to keep up with, I guess,
Yeah.
the social media world now, because that is how I started the business, through Instagram. I don't think I would be where I am now without having that, so
Yeah.
definitely thankful for that. But yeah, the long-term goal, the dream is to be based between Melbourne and London.
Okay.
But that's 10 years away. But eventually I will get a boutique here. I want a 3-bedroom apartment above and a boutique studio underneath. So it wouldn't be like a cake shop per se, but you'd come in and, sit down and have a chat and design a cake, your wedding cake, an event, have that experience.
Yeah, I like that. Like a
Yeah.
salon.
yeah, you know, there'll be a few things to try, but it wouldn't be like coffee and cake. I feel like a lot of people do that, and you know, it goes well for a few years, and all these places close down. So I just don't want to be in that situation where you're paying so much rent, you do a beautiful fit out of a kitchen, and then kind of folds in 2 or 3 years. So I'm more like sustainable, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, wise.
Yeah, I think
Wise.
so.
And I think
but also
that-
not in a rush to be like, I need it all now.
No, but I think that is really wise, and I guess it is sustainable in that you're looking at like it's a marathon, not a sprint, and so just keep putting things in place and considering the climate and the
Yeah, exactly.
all of those things, and read the room and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, because even just like product in general has tripled since I started. Like the price of chocolate, butter, dairy is it's insane. And then you still want to keep things at a price point that people, can afford and, try and still entertain to get a cake from. So it's not about just raising the prices all the time. You need to know the market and keep it reasonable. So, but then I also need to pay myself and the bills and tax.
Oh, I really admire you. Running
hard.
a business is so hard, and also like you're doing like marketing, as you say, and telling the story.
Yeah, one man show. That's why it keeps me so busy. Like there is a lot to do because it's not just making cakes.
Yeah.
You know.
So great, and I always love running into you, and you always have such amazing style.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been to a few events together.
We have, I know. It's so good. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much for talking to me again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Aidan Robinson at Chic de Partie. You can check out all the goodness, and there is so much of it, on Instagram at Chic de Partie, which is CHICDEPARTIE, or you can hop online at www.chicdepartie.com and make an order. If you'd like to hear more stories from other chefs, I'm also on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. You can read this chat online at www.conversationwithachef.com, and of course you can follow me on Apple and Spotify podcasts. I would absolutely love it if you told a friend about my chats. I still think it's the best way to get these delicious stories out into the world. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, and bon appetit.